week 4 of the fantasy basketball season. And here's a few forwards I would add this week. The first guy, Nicholas Batum of the Los Angeles Clippers. So last season was a solid year for Batum in LA. And right here this season, he's playing pretty well once again. And he's jumped up a big amount at 35% ownage in the last week here. So now he's only available in 55% of fantasy leagues. And this might be the last week where he'll be available in a decent amount of leagues. On the season for Batum, 10 points a game, 6.4 boards, 1.6 assists, a steal a game, 2.3 threes a game, and 49% from the field. But the last couple weeks here for Batum, he's been on a hot streak. 15.3 points a game, 7 boards, an assist, 1.3 steals, a whopping 4 threes a game, and 63% from the field. So right now, Batum's improving his three-point shooting, and he's playing real well, and especially with Kawhi Leonard most likely out for most of the season here. They need another guy to step up and score, and Batum's been that guy so far this season here for the Clippers. So the last few games for him, November 1st versus the Thunder, 14 points, 8 boards, an assist, 2 steals, a block, 4 threes, 50% from the field. November 3rd at Minnesota, 20 points, 5 boards, an assist, a steal, a block, 6 threes, 70% from the field. November 5th in Minnesota, 12 points, 8 boards, an assist, a steal, 2 threes, 71% from the field. And November 7th versus the Charlotte Hornets, he had a good ball game once again was Batum. 18 points, 5 boards, 4 threes, and he shot 64% from the field. So right here, Nicholas Batum, he's really improved his three-point shooting this season. And like I mentioned, with Leonard hurt and out of the lineup for the foreseeable future, he's definitely a big add on the wire this week. The next guy is Royce O'Neal of the Utah Jazz. So I've mentioned O'Neal as a pickup a few times in the early going of the season. On the season, 6.7 points a game, 4.6 boards, 2.2 assists, 2 steals a game, 1.2 threes a game, and 45% from the field for Royce O'Neal. So O'Neal, he does a little bit of everything. He's a defensive specialist as well here for this Utah Jazz team. So the last few games for O'Neal, November 5th at Atlanta, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 threes, 37% from the field. November 6th at the Miami Heat, 15 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, a whopping 6 steals, 3 threes a game, 71% from the field. And November 7th at the Magic yesterday, 14 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 threes, and 83% from the field. So O'Neal, he's widely available in 71% of fantasy leagues. And this guy can hit the 3-ball, he could get steals, and he helps all around in pretty much every category. So right now, he's a definite add this week. The next forward's Blake Griffin of the Brooklyn Nets. So Blake Griffin, he's starting to emerge and play better and fit in better with the Brooklyn Nets team here on the season. The numbers aren't all that great. 6.1 points a game, 5.1 boards, 1.5 assists a game, and 32% from the field, what obviously kills your shooting percentage. But the last couple weeks here, he's improved this Griffin. 9.3 points a game, 5.7 boards. He's added 3.3 assists a game, even 1.3 threes a game, and 47% from the field. So last season, he improved his three-point shooting with Blake Griffin. But this year, so far, he hasn't been hitting it. But the last few games, he's had well-rounded stat lines. November 3rd versus the Hawks, 7 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, a block, 2 threes, 22% from the field. November 5th at the Pistons, 13 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 1 steal, a 3, 62% from the field. And November 7th at the Raptors, 14 points, 11 boards, 3 assists, 4 threes, and 55% from the field. So Griffin, he's going to hurt your shooting percentage for the most part. And he's not going to play many back-to-backs. I doubt he plays in tonight's game at the Chicago Bulls after playing obviously in yesterday's game. But right here, if you need some scoring, some decent rebounding, and a little three-point shooting, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to add Griffin. And he's available right now in 86% of fantasy leagues. The next forward's Georgie Zhang of the Philadelphia 76ers. So he's emerged out of nowhere this season here, is Zhang, who signed a late contract in the offseason with this Sixer team. And this season, he's had a good role and playing good basketball. 11.9 points a game, 2.6 rebounds, 1.8 assists a game, 2.5 threes, and 44% from the field. So right here, he's definitely improved his three-point shooting, and that's the name of the game nowadays here. If you can't shoot the 3, you're not going to be playing. If you could shoot the 3, you're very valuable to your team. So the last few games here for Zhang: November 1st versus Portland, 21 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, a block, 3 threes, 43% from the field. November 3rd versus the Bulls, 18 points, 3 boards, an assist, a steal, 4 threes, 50% from the field. November 4th at Detroit, 14 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, a steal, 3 threes, 36% from the field. And November 6th at the Bulls, 12 points, a rebound, 2 assists, a steal, 2 threes, and 30% from the field. So Zhang, he gives you a little bit of everything. Like I mentioned, his 3-point shots definitely improved. The only thing he's going to be hurting you at, though, obviously, is your field goal percentage. With everything else, he's playing good minutes, and he's contributing. And right now, he's available in 71% of fantasy leagues. And the fifth and final forward I look to get this week is Darius Bay, the OKC Thunder. So Baisley, we saw flashes last season from him, and this year it's about improving the field goal percentage, but that hasn't been the case. But everything else, pretty decent numbers: 11.1 points a game, 6.3 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 1 steal a game, 1 block a game, 1.3 threes a game, and 38% from the field here for Baisley. So Baisley, he's on a young team, no doubt about it, in OKC, and he's going to have a lot of opportunities to play major minutes. In the last few games, he's really stepped it up. November 1st at the Clippers, 15 points, 6 rebounds, an assist, a block, 3 threes, 41% from the field. November 4th at the LA Lakers in a shocking victory, 14 points, 5 boards, an assist, a steal, 2 threes, 54% from the field. And yesterday, November 7th at the Spurs, another solid stat line for Baisley: 11 points, 11 boards, 4 assists, a steal, a block, a 3, and 44% from the field. So right here, he's doing a little bit of everything like I mentioned. He's not going to help, obviously, your field goal percentage, but everything else, he's contributing. And right now, in my opinion, he's worth an add, and he's available 58% of fantasy leagues. So that's a few forwards I look to add here in week 4 of the fantasy basketball season.